Welcome to another episode of Narcissist Abuse Recovery. Today I'm going to outline my philosophy on mental well-being and how we need to look after it. I'll provide an analogy first of all, and then I'll expand upon that to explain what I mean. So I would never ever get on a plane if it had not been serviced, maintained or looked after for 6 months. They do not wait until the wings are dropping off or the fuselage is rusty before they do maintenance on it. They keep that plane in good condition every day to make sure it's airworthy. Now, unfortunately, with human beings, as a general rule, we only really start to address our mental well-being when we've got a problem with it, and then quite often it's an uphill struggle to put right. So how on earth do we keep our mental well-being in good working order? Well, my opinion is that each and every one of us needs to actively, and that's the key word here, actively maintain our mental well-being on a daily basis, just like that plane is being maintained on a daily basis. We need to do something that keeps our mental well-being in good order. So how on earth do we do that? Well, lots of people will say that you need to sleep enough, rest enough, relax enough, exercise a bit, eat a good diet, maybe some meditation for some people, and I think, well, that's so well and good, and that is absolutely fine, and that's probably all good to do, but that's not really what I'm on about when I say we need to all actively maintain our mental well-being, because we should probably be doing most of that stuff that I've just mentioned, really, anyway. So what do I mean by looking after our mental well-being actively? Well, in my opinion, each and every one of us needs to gain more insight, knowledge and understanding on how that thing between our ears works, so that we can use it efficiently and effectively. Because if we do not use our brains in the right way, rather than us being in control of our brains will be in control of us, and that is not usually a pretty outcome. So how on earth do we gain more insight, knowledge and understanding on how to use our brains more efficiently and effectively? Well, in my opinion, we all need to know a little bit more about some basic fundamentals of psychology. Now, I'm not on about rushing off to university and doing a PhD in it. It's not about that. It's about just getting some ground rules in place so we understand exactly the way that we should be thinking in a clear and efficient manner going forward. So, obviously there are lots of books on the market on psychology if people want to go down that route. In my opinion, that's not necessary. In most cases, in my way of thinking, the best resource for anything to do with this kind of subject is, in my view, on YouTube. There's lots of really good information on YouTube from people that really know what they're talking about in relation to this subject, that can really open people's eyes and get people on the right track with how to think and use their brains correctly. Now, obviously there's loads of rubbish on YouTube if you don't know where to look, but if you know where to look, there are some really good channels and pieces of information there. A good channel on YouTube regarding all this that can give people a bit of a grounding and a starting point for all this on how to deal with the mental well-being is a channel called Live on Purpose TV. So this guy does talk a lot about how to be a good parent, to bring up your kids right, which is great information, but the videos about how to look after our own mental well-being are there if we dig for them. He explains the importance of what he describes as daily brain hygiene. Got to keep on top of it every day, doing something. So that's what I believe that we need to be doing. Do something every day, look into something, get new information, get new knowledge, apply that to our lives, and that can give us, even a 0.5% improvement with how we feel about things and how we deal with things going forward. That's going to be a massive improvement over the space of a year. So if people can engage with that, that will definitely help people's mental well-being, in my opinion. So that brings to a close another episode of Narcissist Abuse Recovery. I'll be releasing another video very soon.